I'm going to keep this really short. Tomorrow is Good Friday, and I already did a video where I expressed my thoughts, where, I've been invited to church, and tomorrow is the big day, but I already said that I wasn't going to go. For reference, I've been here with my sister for the better part of 2 years, with the aim being to keep her from being forced to go into a care home. So if you like, I'm here helping my sister to exercise her free will, because she's not in a position to do that by herself. So I'm here. Well, of late, we don't have anybody bothering us. But in the course of the 2 years, I've had to be very assertive, hyper assertive even, in telling people on my sister's behalf no. But first, I check with her to find out what her wishes are. And so, I mentioned in a previous video about being invited to church for Easter. And I was never gonna go. So we've come to the point, and I think I've hurt somebody's feelings, because I said I wasn't going. I gave various excuses, but I'm not somebody who gives excuses. I will tell you point blank no. But if you're coming at me and I give you one excuse and you come up with a solution, and I give you another excuse and you come up with a solution, I will let you keep going to see where you're going. But at the end of it, the answer is still no. So we've come to that point where tomorrow is the day where I'm supposed to go to church. But I've already said in the video, as I said, that I weren't gonna go. And so, I don't want to make this personal, but I'm just gonna cut to the chase and say, I use this as an example. You've seen me do videos where I'm going to the gym. At no point in my history of going to the gym have I ever tried to force anybody to come along with me, or ask anybody to do it for me. If you want to go to the gym, you do it for you. You choose to go for you, not because somebody's asked you or because somebody's invited you. And so using that as an example, the same applies with church. If you want to go to church, you go to church. If you want to invite people, sure. But if you ask a question, you have to be willing to accept whatever answer you get. If you get yes, then yes is yes. If you get no, then no is no. And you're supposed to take it in the same spirit. What you don't try to do is try to force people to, if you like, obey your will, forsake their will to do yours. So, I don't too much want to go into this, because I don't want to disrespect anybody as regard, because people have free will, as I said. I don't want to start trashing anybody's religion or the way they go about doing religion. But I'm just going to say that church isn't for me. That's all I'm going to say. And so it doesn't matter who invites me to church for whatever purpose. I wouldn't go unless it's for a wedding or a funeral. I'm not going to go to a church to celebrate Easter, because I don't do Easter. Similarly, I don't do Christmas. I don't do any yearly traditions. I've already said this. But, I could really go into this, but I'm just making the point that there is a hymn, and the first verse goes like this: Know this, that every soul is free to choose his life and what he'll be. For this eternal truth is given, that God will force no man to heaven. Therefore, if you feel like you have to force people to come to church, or corner them, put them in a position where they find it difficult to say no, then you need to look at yourself and question the purpose of your own church attendance. Nobody should be forced or pressured. Pressured is the better word. Nobody should be pressured to go to church if you actually think that it's going to help them spiritually. Let me put it this way. There have been people threatening to come and visit my sister. There have been people asking if they can come and visit my sister, and she said no. None of them have tried to force their way in. None of them have said, I'm coming, and that's that, I'm coming to see her, because they have to get past me. Because like I said, she can't exercise her own free will, but I ask her a simple question: do you want them to come? She says no. Therefore, nobody's going to come and argue with me and say, she says no, but I'm still coming. That wouldn't happen, because as I've said, I'm all about free will. And it's very disrespectful to try and force your will on somebody else. I don't support it, and I don't do it, right? So, especially from a religious perspective, I talk about personal relationship with God. You do not try to force people to go to church. That is not how you get relationship with God. It is personal. So I'm not going to go any further with this, because I think I've said enough for people to get the idea of what my intention is in doing this video. I'm not going to say how I feel or what I think as regards people taking offense that I say no. I turn down going to church or whatever. I'm not going to go into that because, it's not about trashing people or their religion or whatever. It's just making a point that it is misguided to think that that is the way to get to heaven if that's where you're trying to go. And you cannot drag people to heaven with you if that's what you think, if that is your intention. Right, so that's it. I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, have a good night. Bye-bye.